John Milton, a towering figure of English literature, was more than just a poet. He was a revolutionary thinker, a political activist, and a man of deep faith. Born in 1608, Milton lived through a tumultuous period in English history, marked by civil war, political upheaval, and religious debate. His life and works reflect these turbulent times. Milton's writings, both poetry and prose, championed radical ideas about freedom, republicanism, and the power of the individual conscience. His masterpiece, the epic poem Paradise Lost, remains one of the most enduring and influential works of English literature. This essay delves into the life of John Milton, exploring his upbringing, education, major works, and the challenges he faced. We will examine how his political and religious convictions shaped his writings and analyze the enduring legacy of this complex and fascinating figure. Milton's story is one of both triumph and tragedy, a testament to the power of the human spirit to create and inspire even in the face of adversity. His life and work continue to resonate with readers centuries later, reminding us of the importance of individual liberty, intellectual freedom, and the enduring power of great literature. John Milton was born into a prosperous London family in Bread Street. His father, also named John, was a successful scrivener, a legal professional who drafted documents and served as a kind of notary. The elder, Milton, was a man of learning and a talented musician, instilling in his son a love of knowledge and the arts. Milton's early education was privileged. He attended St. Paul's School, a prestigious institution known for its rigorous curriculum in classical languages and literature. Here, Milton's exceptional intellect and literary talents began to flourish. He excelled in his studies, mastering Latin and Greek and developing a deep appreciation for the works of classical authors like Virgil, Ovid, and Homer. These early influences would profoundly shape his later writings. Milton's childhood home was a place of intellectual stimulation and religious devotion. His father was a devout Protestant, and young John was raised in a household where religious discussion and debate were commonplace. This early exposure to religious ideas and controversies would later play a significant role in Milton's own theological views and writings. After excelling at St. Paul's, Milton continued his education at Christ's College, Cambridge. At Cambridge, he further immersed himself in the classics, studying Latin, Greek, Hebrew, and Italian. He honed his writing skills, composing elegant Latin verse and engaging in lively intellectual debates with his peers. Although a brilliant student, Milton was not without his critics. His independent spirit and outspoken nature sometimes clashed with the more conservative views of some faculty members. Despite these occasional conflicts, Milton's time at Cambridge was a period of intense intellectual growth and development. He emerged from the university with a deep knowledge of classical literature and philosophy, a firm command of language, and a growing sense of his own literary potential. Milton's early poems, written during his university years, reveal his burgeoning talent and his engagement with both classical and contemporary literary traditions. These early works, often pastoral elegies or sonnets, showcase his technical skill, his ear for language, and his ability to infuse traditional forms with fresh perspectives and personal reflections. Following his graduation from Cambridge, Milton embarked on a period of intense study and writing. He spent 6 years at his father's country estate, Horton, immersing himself in literature, history, and philosophy. This period of self-directed learning proved crucial for his development as a writer. At Horton, Milton produced some of his most celebrated early poems, including L'Allegro and Il Penseroso, which explore contrasting states of joy and melancholy. He also wrote the masques Comus and Lycidas, showcasing his mastery of lyrical language and dramatic structure. These early poems established Milton's reputation as a talented poet. They displayed his wide-ranging intellect, his deep understanding of classical forms, and his ability to engage with complex philosophical and religious themes in his work. In addition to poetry, Milton also began writing prose pamphlets during this period. These early pamphlets tackled a variety of subjects, including education, censorship, and church government. They revealed Milton's growing interest in politics and his willingness to engage in public debate on important issues of the day. Section 5. Paradise Lost, a monumental achievement. Paradise Lost, Milton's epic masterpiece, stands as a testament to his ambition, his profound learning, and his enduring literary genius. This monumental work, published in 1667, retells the biblical story of the fall of man, from Satan's rebellion against God to Adam and Eve's expulsion from the Garden of Eden. Written in blank verse and spanning 12 books, Paradise Lost is a work of immense scope and complexity. It grapples with profound theological questions about free will, sin, and redemption. The poem is renowned for its majestic language, its vivid imagery, and its unforgettable characters. Milton's portrayal of Satan in particular is a triumph of literary creation. While remaining true to the biblical source material, Milton imbues Satan with a tragic grandeur and a seductive eloquence that have captivated readers for centuries. Paradise Lost is not simply a retelling of a familiar story, but a profound meditation on the nature of good and evil, the consequences of choice, and the human condition itself. It is a work that continues to challenge, inspire, and provoke readers centuries after its creation. Section 6. Political turmoil and literary responses. Milton's life and works were deeply intertwined with the political and religious turmoil of his time. He lived through the English Civil War, witnessing the overthrow of King Charles I and the establishment of the Commonwealth under Oliver Cromwell. A staunch advocate for republicanism and religious freedom, Milton actively participated in the political debates of his day. He served as a propagandist for the Commonwealth, writing pamphlets that defended the execution of the king and argued for the legitimacy of Cromwell's government. Milton's political views often found their way into his literary works. His sonnets from this period reflect his passionate engagement with the political and religious issues of the day. After the restoration of the monarchy in 1660, Milton's earlier support for the Commonwealth made him a target of persecution. He was briefly imprisoned and faced the threat of further punishment. This experience profoundly affected him, leading him to reflect on themes of loss, persecution, and the resilience of the human spirit in his later works. Section 7. Personal tragedies and resilience. Milton's life was marked by personal tragedies as well as political upheavals. He experienced the deaths of 3 wives and all but one of his children. He also suffered from failing eyesight, eventually becoming completely blind in his mid-40s. Despite these immense personal losses and challenges, Milton continued to write and engage with the world around him. His blindness did not diminish his creative spirit, but rather seemed to intensify his focus and determination. He dictated his later works, including Paradise Lost, to amanuenses, relying on his remarkable memory and his unwavering commitment to his art. Milton's resilience in the face of adversity is a testament to his strength of character and his unwavering belief in the power of the human spirit. His experiences of loss and suffering also found expression in his writing. Paradise Lost, for instance, can be read as a meditation on the nature of loss, the consequences of disobedience, and the possibility of redemption. Section 8. Late Works and Legacy. Despite facing adversity, Milton remained prolific in his later years. He completed Paradise Lost, published Paradise Regained, a shorter epic poem focusing on Christ's temptation in the wilderness, and wrote Samson Agonistis, a powerful tragedy based on the biblical story of Samson. These late works reflect Milton's evolving thoughts on politics, religion, and the human condition. They explore themes of temptation, redemption, and the struggle for freedom in the face of adversity. Even though his political hopes for a reformed England had been dashed, Milton continued to champion the ideals of liberty, individual conscience, and the pursuit of truth through his writing. His works served as a source of inspiration for future generations of writers and thinkers who shared his commitment to these values. Milton's literary legacy is immeasurable. His works have influenced countless writers, poets, and thinkers over the centuries. His impact can be seen in the works of romantic poets like William Blake and Percy Bysshe Shelley, as well as in the writings of modern novelists like James Joyce and T.S. Eliot. Section 9. Milton's enduring influence. John Milton's contribution to English literature is undeniable. He expanded the possibilities of the English language, demonstrating its potential for epic grandeur, lyrical beauty, and powerful political commentary. His works continue to be studied and admired for their intellectual depth, their artistic brilliance, and their enduring relevance to the human experience. Milton's influence extends beyond the realm of literature. His writings have shaped our understanding of key historical events, influenced political thought, and sparked ongoing debates about religion, freedom, and the nature of power. John Milton, the poet, the rebel, the visionary, left an indelible mark on English literature and Western thought. His life and works continue to resonate with us today, reminding us of the power of words to inspire, to challenge, and to endure.